we have got a lovely band in for you this evening. We have the Art of Escaping. Hello.
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 Evening.
We've got you guys in just to do your thing. For the sake of the listeners, tell us who you guys are and tell us the type of music you guys are playing.
I'm Justin.
I'm Mark.
We've got Mark here as well. Basically, we are vocalist and guitarist of the Art of Escaping. Then we've got Ben on bass, Nick on drums. We're a combination of rock music and heavier rock music, really, with melodic vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your latest stuff, obviously, you're going to do some acoustic stuff later on. That obviously isn't the heavier rock side. That's obviously the lighter side
ballad.
Of rock.
It's the one for the ladies.
So the one for the ladies. What made you go that way with more of a ballad stuff? Is that something that's new to you guys, or is that something that you've been thinking about for a while? Or
Basically, everything that we write has it's about a topic as a subject, and basically this one, "Wish You Were Here," is about anyone that's ever lost anybody that's been close to them, and how you wish you could just have one more moment with them. Yeah. And it's one of the slower songs in the set, and the thing is, because of the music that we are, which is quite heavy, as beautiful as the song is, when we play it live, it can have an effect of kind of killing the room a little bit. So we wanted to release it as an acoustic option for people to hear, just to hear it in a slightly different light, and so far it's gone down well and touched a few people. Good. Which is always good. Good.
Tell us, how did you guys come about? How did you get together as such?
I'd been in metal bands off and on for 20 odd years, and I wanted to do something a bit different.
Okay.
I saw Justin at a gig. I've known him for years, sort of to say hello to, and I knew he was sort of between bands, so I approached him and I said, "Do you feel like doing something together?" And he sort of said, "What kind of flavour?" And I said, "Rock, not metal." And we were sort of met up a couple of weeks later, sat down with a couple of guitars, and we wrote our first song pretty much straight away. Thought, that sounds quite good. So we were originally just going to do it for fun, just so we could keep playing. It's blossomed from there, really.
Superb. And when did you guys get together? How long have you been together?
It was February 2014, so just over a year ago.
So you're still quite fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. It's been a crazy year as well.
How was the first gig that you got up on stage together? How was that for you?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do work hard. We rehearse a lot. We rehearse hard. We make sure that everything's good. We never wanted to be the kind of band that came out and sort of found our way on stage. We wanted to basically find our way before we played. So the first gig actually went very well, and got really good feedback from that, and we've kind of managed to sort of bag a few fans and a bit of support from people. It's just been ridiculous, really.
Superb.
It's been great.
Have you played a bad gig yet?
No.
No? Honestly, have you played a bad gig? Everyone's played a bad gig.
Yeah, we've had some moments, but it's all it's all things to go by of things. You got to try things. Sometimes we try things that are with the guitars tuned up properly. Mark. No, it's just kind of like I say, trying things, and then basically, if they don't work, don't do it again.
Who are your inspirations for music? Who do you listen to when you stick some headphones on and chill out? Who are your favourite artists?
I think that's where we get our flavour from, really.
Yeah.
All four of us listen to very varied types of rock and metal. I mean, my personal influences from as way back as far as I can remember is like Metallica and Iron Maiden. But now with the more modern flavour of really good metal that's coming over from the States, Five Finger Death Punch, Hatebreed, those are my real sort of driving force. Stone Sour.
For you, it's the heavier stuff, isn't it?
It is the heavier stuff.
For Mark, it's Slipknot, and you really... And to be honest, if you hear any of our stuff and you hear a dirty riff, then chances are that's a riff that Mark came up with.
Yeah.
And then when you hear the more melodic stuff, that'll be something that I've added to it. For me, it's bands like Thrice, they're my favourite band of all time. Then you got Alter Bridge and people like that, and a bit of old Mark Tremonti. Yeah.
Superb. So you obviously all bring a different aspect to the band when you're writing songs, and you all have your own input into it, which is great. Where would you like to play if you could pick the ultimate venue? You know, maybe in 10 years' time when you're big and famous, and you're touring around the world. Where would you like to play?
Download.
Yeah, Download would be pretty cool.
That'd be amazing. 100,000 people. Well, depending what time of day you go on, but 100,000 people all watching you play your music on a big stage. That'd just be amazing for me.
Yeah. How do you guys prepare for a gig when you get on stage, and just before you get on stage? Obviously, you had a little tune up in the other room earlier and prepared that way. But is that the same for when you go on stage? And are you quite intense with getting ready and making sure everything sounds good? Because some bands will go on stage and they'll just neck a few pints before and get a bit rowdy and a bit G each other up a little bit.
Yeah, we have a drummer like that.
Yeah, that's Nick's job, drinking.
You know, that obviously works for some people, but everyone's different. You know,
Yeah.
how do you guys work with that? Is that?
I think because when you play on stage, you've got so much more equipment and you've got so many different things to take in consideration. For me, that's making sure my guitar's in tune. The boys always. I played a gig once and I had a string out of tune and it sounded horrible, and I've never been let to forget it since. But make sure my equipment's good, my guitar's in tune, good sound check. You know, tie in with the boys.
The rest of the band never let you forget that you had one string out of tune.
Never, not once, ever.
You've got a hard band.
They are, but then
Yeah.
I haven't made the mistake since. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. You hurt the ones you love, and yeah, there's a way to train people. You know, fear is a good element. You know, no, yeah, we played a gig where we started the track 4 times, and every time we started, it was just like someone's out of tune here, and I thought it was me. And then I thought it was all of us out of tune with each other, and we were all in tune. We played this song like 4 times, we started it. And then it turned out that one of Mark's strings was tuned to the wrong tuning. And yeah, we like to point that out to him, because, you know, if you can't have a laugh with your mates, who can you have a laugh with?
Superb. And I understand you're going to play a song for us.
Yes, yeah.
Tell us about the song that you're going to play. What is the song first, and tell us a little bit about it.
The song's called Wish You Were Here. And actually, it's when I write lyrics, I like to write about something which is either close to me or close to somebody else. And this one actually was about Mark's mum. Actually,
Okay.
It was. Yeah, I just wanted to write a song. It was kind of Mark's mum and my nan. My nan passed away.
Right. Okay.
A few years ago, and it's just one of those songs where it's just like, if you could, because people just go. And particularly when there's no warning, you know, 1 minute they're there, then the next minute they're not, and you never really get that chance to, I suppose, really appreciate them.
No. I'll let you get ready, and we'll do the song.
Okay.
All right. When you're ready.
To go?
When you're ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like only yesterday, and I just can't forget. I never got to say goodbye. There's so much I regret, 'cause all I need is time with you. If I'm a believer and nothing can ever fill this hole until I see you again. 'Cause all I need is time with you. You take it away too soon. Oh, if time is a healer, please heal me. If I'm a believer, please believe in me. I need you by my side for all the tears I've cried. I wish you were here. If time is a healer, please heal me. If I'm a believer, please believe in me. I need you by my side for all the tears I've cried. I wish you were here.
Superb. That was a great track, guys. And obviously you do that, and there's a lot harder stuff that you do, and there's obviously a big contrast between that. Where would people go and listen to some of the other stuff that you've got? Just tell us where they would go and find that. And
Easiest place is Reverb Nation.
okay.
Or iTunes. If you're feeling generous, just go to iTunes, look up The Art of Escaping, and download our EP, 3 ways. Alternatively, if you just go to Facebook, facebook.com/The Art of Escaping, just give us a like, follow us on there, and everything gets posted through there, basically.
Superb. When you guys rehearse, you say you rehearse a lot, and it's quite intense. How do you go about that? Because some bands that we've interviewed in there, they'll be doing it in their garage or in a back room in a house or something like that. Are you guys intense in a recording studio? How do you rehearse?
Well, me and Mark tend to write at mine. I have a studio in Norwich, basically, NR6 Studios. That's where me and Mark will tend to do a lot of the writing, and then we rehearse at Plug Studios in Norwich.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday,
But
basically.
it's a full-on affair. Everything we play on.
Norwich, near Halfords.
Oh yeah.
Bottom Grapes Hill. Don't know the official road.
No, I'm trying to think of the one. I think it's Purple Studios.
There is Purple. It used to be out there, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I was just trying to think how to put this. Have you guys ever been tempted? I keep it nice simple. Have you guys ever been tempted to do covers?
There's always a temptation to do a cover.
The only reason I say that is because some bands are totally against it. They are completely against doing covers, and other bands are like, well, no, covers are good. You should always do.
I'm not against doing a cover. The only way I kind of see it, a lot of the time, when you're on stage, you've got a limited amount of time, and I think that you should spend that limited amount of time showcasing your own music.
Yeah.
And also with the amount of effort, if we were to do a cover, I wouldn't want to just do a cover. I would want to do a version of a cover.
Right. Okay.
And again, I just see it as time away from writing. I'd rather be writing our own music rather than focusing on somebody else's. That's just me personally.
Now, obviously, you guys have got lives outside of music somewhere. You know, you aren't always gigging and doing all that sort of stuff and writing music. Do you have day jobs? How does that go about? Are you working full time?
We're all working, yeah. All four of us, all very busy, yeah.
And are these well paid? Obviously, I don't want to be too specific, but are these well paid jobs? What sort of jobs do you do? What just show people that you aren't. You know.
I'm a customer services representative for a rather large Norwich-based insurer. Okay. I advise people on their pensions and do really interesting stuff like that. It's very rock and roll.
I'm sure it is.
Very rock and roll.
I'm sure it is. And what about yourself?
I work in retail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they are pretty bog standard jobs.
Yeah, I work five days a week, sometimes 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff outside. I focus a lot of time on music.
And do you think the music industry is very hard to get into in terms of that? I mean, you guys are doing stuff. Your stuff's on iTunes. You know, you're gigging and stuff like that, and it sounds like you're doing incredibly well. But you're holding down full-time jobs.
I think it's a combination. The world of music has changed in two different ways. Number one, it's easier to get your stuff out there. We've got our stuff on iTunes, we've got stuff on YouTube, we've got things online, and we've managed to do it all without the help of a record label.
Yeah.
But the other thing you've got as well is you've got about 1 million other bands doing the same thing, so it's harder to get your music out there and to get people to hear it. In terms of labels and things like that, for me personally, I'm not really looking to get signed or anything like that. It's just about recording music, writing music, and just enjoying what we're doing.
Fun.
Yeah, just having fun. I think that's it. I think the days of being able to make money from music, unless you're like AC/DC or those massive types of bands, I think nearly everyone now, it's all in sort of touring and it's all that sort of thing. And I think it's harder nowadays than what it has been because there are so many bands.
Yeah, of course. Are you guys married, partners?
I'm getting married
Kids?
in September.
We're not married,
Getting
no.
married in September. Congratulations.
Just thought I'd better say that.
Hi, Vicky.
How do families cope with that? How do they?
My partner is massively supportive. She hasn't missed a single show we've played. She understands me going out. I'll be at work all day, and she's all right with me coming home late at night after a band practice or a rehearsal. Massively supportive, and I couldn't really do too much of it without her. Her two children, Ruby and Zara, they put up with me playing the tracks over and over. But I think they secretly like it. But yeah, no, massive support from home, really, for me.
Yeah. And have you guys got you guys said that obviously you've started to get a following already. Are there people? Have you noticed people coming to the site, going to different gigs that you've seen somewhere else?
Yeah, Mark Cleverhouse's been there.
Yeah.
So that's been good.
And sometimes just her.
And Simon and Joe, they've been
Simon
very
and Joe,
supportive, haven't they?
yeah.
But yeah, we had a good show last week. We supported an Iron Maiden tribute band at the Brickies, Higher on Maiden.
Yeah.
And that was really nice.
That's a great venue, that.
Yeah.
Great little venue. You get a lot of upcoming stuff coming there, and
yeah,
it's good to see.
They're like the best guys in the world, the Brickies. They really are.
Yeah.
Lovely bunch.
So, is there anyone you would like to play support to? If there was a band that you would like to go off and play support for and be introducing, who would that be?
Oh goodness!
After you.
I think ultimately my one band that I would like to play or open for would be Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
They're very, very heavy, but they have a more singy lead vocalist, and they pull a massive crowd. So that'd just be awesome for me.
And yourself? You were in deep thought then.
No, mine would be Thrice.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to hear that they're coming back next year.
Superb.
They had a little bit of a break, but they're back, and I have to check them out because I missed their last show. So I need to check them out. I love them. It's good to have them back.
Last week on the show we interviewed a band that was here in Norfolk doing a music video. Is that something that interests you guys? Are the video side of music, is that important to you guys?
Actually, we do have a video.
Okay.
We had a video for our first song, Catch Me If You Can, which actually was the song that me and Mark wrote the first day we got together.
Okay.
There is a video on YouTube. Again, find us on Facebook, and there is a video on there, which we actually shot around Where was
Ludham.
that? We were in Ludham, weren't we? Ludham and where was the Broady
Then
bar?
we went off to Stokesby.
Stokesby, I think it was Stokesby, yeah, so it's all filmed sort of round this way.
All locally filmed and
Yeah.
brilliant. I'm going to have to wind it up because we're very quickly come half an hour already.
Wow.
So just tell us, is there anyone you'd like to say hello to? Is there anyone you'd like to...
We do have to
thank?
mention that we are in our heat for Metal to the Masses.
Okay, yeah.
Is this Thursday, at the Brickmakers from 7.
Yeah, 7 o'clock
7 o'clock
entry.
onwards?
Yeah, £3 to get in.
So we need as much support down there as possible, and for the rest of the heats as well, because it's a
Yeah.
massively popular competition.
£3 isn't a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No. And then we're at the B2 Friday night.
The next night, yeah.
Yeah. And just hello to everyone, really. Thanks to everyone who's checking us out, and
All the support.
the support has been amazing. It, the fact that it has only been a year, but in that year, we seem to have pricked up the ears of some people, and it's been amazing.
Superb.
So,
And just remind us, how do people get hold of your stuff and your music? Where do they go for that, and how do they contact you?
easiest place, facebook.com/The Art of Escaping. Give us a like, and just follow us, check us out.
All the links are on there.
Brilliant. Thank you guys very much for coming in. It's great having you.
Thank you.
And of course, all the best for the future. And if you have any big events coming up, anything like that, push them our way, and we'll try to make the most of it.
We will do.
During the
Thank you
show.
very much.
Can
Cheers, guys.
I just say that chocolate oranges are available from Rawlinson's?
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop now. You've got to explain this.
It's a partridgeism for Nick. Hi, Nick.
Okay.
That's